Thank you for viewing Student Employment's training on how to request or hire students through the GW Off-Campus Federal Work-Study Program. You can also find all of the information from our videos and our user's guide for off-campus federal work-study partners. Submitting the hiring proposal. After you have selected the student that you would like to hire, navigate to the posting you will hire an applicant from. You can see all of your postings by clicking on Postings and selecting Student Positions. Then click the position you will hire from. In the Applicant tab, select the applicant you would like to hire by clicking on their last name. Change their application status to Recommend for Hire. When the page refreshes, a new button will appear in the upper right corner of the page that says Start Hiring Proposal. If you receive a warning that the applicant already has a hiring proposal in process, contact Student Employment at gwse@gwu.edu for further assistance. From here, you will enter all the required information. Under Where will the student perform their work? If in person, provide the location where the student will perform their work. If remote, give the state where the student will be located. If hybrid, provide the location where the student will perform more than 50% of their work. For work type designation, select if they will be remote, in-person, or hybrid. If you are promoting an already hired student employee into a higher level position, select Yes for the Is this a promotion question. Add the organization's timekeeper name and email address in the applicable fields. Under Reason for Selection of Applicant, please provide a brief explanation as to why the applicant was the best selection among all applicants. For the actual wage per hour, select a wage within the appropriate range for the position as indicated on the posting. When you select the proposed start date, use the date you would like your new student employee to begin working. Please recall that students may not begin working under any circumstances until the hiring process has been completed and Student Employment has notified you. Your student's start date will be adjusted according to when the hiring process is completed. Under Hours per week, please use the average or approximate number of hours the student will work in a week. When asked to select the type of proposal, always select Standard Student Hire. Lastly, select No for the Does your department require Finance Director approval question. Select Save and Continue. Do not edit the labor distribution fields and select Save and Continue again. The next page, Hiring Proposal Documents, is completely optional. You can use it to file anything you would like to include in the new employee's records, such as notes from an interview, but it is not required and will not be reviewed by GW Student Employment. Once you are back to the Hiring Proposal main page, go to the Take Action on Hiring Proposal bar. Select Submit, move to Initial Student Employment. Your hiring proposal will be submitted for approval and processing. Hiring Proposal Workflow. Once you create the hiring proposal, Student Employment will review it to ensure that the student has a federal work-study offer and is not hired into another federal work-study position. We will also verify that the wage per hour is appropriate for the position. Next, we will send the student an offer letter through our system. You and the student will receive an email notification. The student signs this document through their applicant portal. Once signed, we will determine if the student is a new hire or returning hire. Returning employee hires will be routed directly to have their hires inputted in our data management system banner. New hires will be assigned onboarding paperwork such as I-9 forms, tax forms, direct deposit instructions, the payroll calendar, and instructions for clocking in and out. The I-9 form must be completed before we can proceed with the hire. The hiring managers will receive a weekly reminder email while we wait for the student to complete their I-9. Please help us encourage your new hires to finish their paperwork. We request that the student complete their I-9 within 20 days of being assigned their onboarding checklist. If the student does not complete the full hiring process within 60 days of submitting a hiring proposal request, we will need to cancel the hire and you will need to submit a new hiring proposal to reset the time limits. After all onboarding paperwork is complete and the hired is entered into the data management system, you and the student will receive a hire complete confirmation email. Start dates will be adjusted according to when the hiring process is completed. If the requested date is in the past at the time of data entry, the start date will be the date of completion. If the start date requested is a future date, we will use that date as the first date the student can start working. Also, the student will be visible in your time reporting list the day after the hire date, but they can start clocking in and out on their start date. As your hire moves through the workflow, you will receive update emails and be able to see their status on the hiring proposal. For more instructional videos or assistance with using the Student Employment Talent Management System, you can visit our website, check out our user guide for off-campus federal work-study partners, or contact us at gwse@gwu.edu. Thanks for watching!